Hey, what's up, everybody? So, today I'm sure most of you know the individual we're going to be talking about, Zherka. Now, if you don't know, Zherka's one of those guys that, like, the big RedPill community, ultra wannabe masculine types, you know, the type that thinks that they have the world figured out, and if they just act like the biggest fucking cunts in the world, then they can just do as they please and they get rewarded for it. Realistically, they're guys that are way too scared to admit that really all they want is to suck a fat cock. Which, don't worry, Zherka, I'm sure one day you will eventually come out of the closet. It's fine. But I wanted to do a video on him originally when I first saw this little stream of him and Sneeko and this little call out of destiny, because like it just seemed so fucking wild to me that a man like this would be calling out somebody, anybody, really. But the thing that really got me was this man was on the Fresh and Fit podcast. He was on the podcast talking about ABBA and Preach. And he went on for lengths of time calling ABBA and Preach snakes, saying they have no integrity, saying that they will, first chance they get to improve their own, they will stab any of their friends in the back. Meanwhile, Zherka here claims Destiny is a friend and will go on throughout this video to call him a pedophile, a bad person. You know, like he'll make claims like apparently he stole Mel away and he was truly awful to whoever the dude is in this clip, and he'll make the claims that like Mel was 14 when they hooked up or some like wild shit like that, and like it just amazes me. And he sits there and talks about how awful a human being Destiny is and like how he doesn't interact with him, how he's gone Hollywood, how Destiny just doesn't have time for the plebeians that are like Zherka. Meanwhile, just days before, he's on Fresh and Fit talking about integrity and how important integrity and taking care of your friends is. Now, isn't that just something? Let's go ahead and get into it.
I've never seen it, but people have been talking about it for a while. Destiny's my guy. Mel's also, I'm not going to say my girl. I like Mel.
First of all, I want to do a bit of a hit piece. I like Mel more than Destiny. Bomboka! I've done a lot for this guy.
Have you really, Zherka? Because honestly, I have a genuine difficult time believing you've ever done much of anything for, well, anybody. I feel like you're one of the most self-serving people I've ever seen in my life. I mean, maybe that's just like this online persona that you like to put on, because I know you do like to put on a persona, don't you?
He's done good stuff for me. For years, when he doesn't need me, he'll leave me on red. And he'll do a lot for his orbiters. I've been disrespected on red, and we don't have any problems. I don't know why he's doing this for the last 2 months. And I kind of need Destiny, Sneeko, for the ultimate pie of happiness. I don't like the guy, right? I really...
You don't like him?
Bro, he only responds on his time, not mine. It's like... And he used to not be like this, but... I'm telling you, some people go Hollywood, and I'm done with this guy, bro.
Aw, poor little Zherka. Destiny, you hurt his feelings. You haven't been responding as much anymore. He misses his little buddy. God, you sound so... like the pity party is so fucking pathetic. As somebody who masquerades as this ultimate masculine fucking individual, this alpha male, you sound like a little bitch here. Like an insane little bitch. It's fucking pathetic. Wow, he doesn't respond to you within a timely manner. He doesn't do what you want on his time, like, or on your time. My mistake. You want him to just like be right on the spot for you. He can't do his own things. He can't be busy with his own fucking life. The whole world needs to revolve around Zherka. Like, do you not see how fucking pathetic you sound? Like, extremely so. You sound like a clingy fucking bitch. Did you catch that, though, earlier? The ultimate pie of happiness. What the fuck does that even mean, Zherka? Are you hitting on Destiny? Are you trying to tap that, Zherka? Is this your coming out moment? You're into little Destiny. To each their own, I suppose. Also, poor Sneeko in here. Like, I mean, I guess I don't agree a lot with Sneeko, and he's had his fucking moments. He's had his fucking moments, believe me. But Sneeko's just trying to sit here and do a little reaction to some random video. And Zherka's just calling fucking Destiny out. Sneeko's over here just like, hey, whoa. I like the guy. I'm friends with him. I don't, I'm not agreeing with that shit over there.
Okay, let's get into it. Destiny steals Swedish guy's girlfriend live on Twitch. It's been referenced. I just want to watch it. I think it'd be funny to watch with Zherka. Apparently, it's gonna be good.
See what I mean? I actually kind of feel bad for Sneeko here. Sneeko's literally trying his damnedest to not be like involved with the Zherka like fucking bullshit going on to his side. He's just like, hey, I'm just here to react to, as people say it could be funny. I'm not saying anything. I'm not making any claims. I'm just here to watch a video. Meanwhile, Zherka's over here just going complete full 100% unhinged.
To try some vines.
Okay. Can we?
And then we got super drunk.
We need to. No.
No, we're not
Let
drunk.
me explain what happened.
He's like.
This one is drunk, and that guy is.
No, it's not true. You're drunk.
So
a bit drunk.
right now, I'm babysitting these two guys because they're very drunk. So I'm trying to make sure that they become sober, right? Mm-hmm. You want to be sober? Okay. So we're gonna become sober.
Why is his voice more effeminate back then?
Well, back then he believed in banning people like you. He changed his position on censorship almost like 1,000%. The only thing that he was different on, everything else pretty consistent, and the N-word. He used to be hardcore, then he went this soft, and now he's like in the middle. But he actually was way more soy. Like he actually said, if you talk about flat Earth, you should be deplatformed to my face on Scuff Podcast. He used to be very disgusting human.
Wow, Zherka, it's almost like people can actually change their opinions on things. Now, I will agree that this is probably the only point that you and I will, see eye to eye on. But yes, I don't believe in deplatforming, even on the most extreme of occurrences. I don't even believe in deplatforming the super fucking far right that are actual genuine Nazis or racists and shit. You know why? I believe that it's better to take those things head on, to let them into the light and let society just show how fucking ridiculous their ideas are. And that's way more effective than banishing them to the shadow realm where they can sit and scheme and plot and bring in more disenfranchised people and show them look, the mainstream hates us. We have to hide. This is why we need a revolution. That type of shit. All right? Because that's the type of things that we're seeing now. We're seeing much more brash of a movement, much more fucking support behind those type of ideologies now, because we, for so many years, we're censoring things, trying to make it so that they never see the light of day. Now they're coming back fucking tenfold, which is great. Just fucking fantastic. I love the world as it is right now. I hate Earth. Anyway, with you act like he's such an awful human being for his past opinions. He used to be a disgusting person, you say. Really? Disgusting? Don't get me wrong. I think those are some pretty fucking stupid ideas, some pretty stupid fucking positions to hold, to just deplatform somebody for, flat Earth conspiracy, which, by the way, is idiotic. But to be a disgusting person for it, I don't think it's that far. I don't think it's that deep there, guy. But I understand. You're very sensitive and, words hurt you.
All right, so can we go to
this, right?
Agent 76 and get some more drinks?
Have you seen this video?
I think this is TwitchCon a few years ago where look, I don't want to air out Steven's dirty laundry, but everyone knows this. Do you know the guys, that DGG, his subscriber, who introduced him to Melina? That's his girlfriend, Melina. He takes her from him, and he's heartbroken. To this day, that's how it ended. There was never any resolve. So he cucked.
I heard about that. I didn't know if it was where he cucked.
He cucked the cuck. The guy came in and said, "Come fuck my girlfriend," and he said, "Actually, I'm gonna
make her
bring her to the U.S." And so this is.
Wait, his fans said, "Fuck my girlfriend."
Yes, and this is something Steven never spoke about on stream. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it never got resolved. The guy was depressed forever. Nobody heard from him again. It wasn't one of those things. They're like,
Jack, can I fuck your girlfriends?
I love those statements. I really do, Zherka. I love I don't want to air this person's dirty laundry. However, let me explain this entire situation that they supposedly don't want aired and don't really want attention brought to. Now, regardless of how I feel about this situation or the truthfulness of it, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I really don't. But the way you go about it, it's so fucking snake-like, and you were just sitting on the Fresh and Fit podcast talking about how fucking awful and lacking in integrity Abba and Breach are. Isn't that fucking amazing? Isn't that just something? You actually sat there on their podcast for what, like 2 hours? Just over and over again repeating about how Abba and Preach are snakes and have no integrity. And then days later, you make a video like that, or you do a live stream like this, calling out somebody that you claim to be friends with, telling everybody who's watching that he's an awful human being, that he did some bad things, that he's, as we'll find out later, you basically make jokes about him being a fucking predator. Like, if this is how you treat your friends, then what were you complaining about Abba and Preach for? What they did in comparison is so much more minuscule.
For permission.
Do you know what?
The psyche of an atheist like Steven is, well, John, I took that guy's love from him, but she would have left anyway, so it's like a matter of time. Someone else would have took her, so I don't feel guilty, and forgets about it. Whereas you and me, we'd be like with Melina, and then we'd be like,
I shouldn't be doing this.
No, you'd really be like, is that guy gonna harm himself? Like, you'd be wondering, that guy is in Europe alone without the love of his life. Long-term relationship too, and because the dumb cuck actually opened it up to Steven for clout, so he's like, maybe if we get a threesome and stuff. So yeah, he fell under greed, right? And you know what the Bible says about greed.
So fucking cringe. Yes, please tell us more about the psychology of atheists, because that's a fucking thing. Yeah, just because we don't subscribe to, I shouldn't even say we, because I don't fall under atheism, but I know you view me along with atheists as the same, but of course, anybody who doesn't believe in the Christian God has no morals, right? We have no capability of thinking with any sense of ethics, right? We have nothing. We're just fucking godless pagans roaming the streets, just raping and pillaging, right, Zherka? You fucking buffoon. Also, can we just take the time to appreciate the fact that he just openly admitted that while he would be having sex with a woman, he'd be thinking about a man. And
then it turns out, you know, he fell into greed as he met Mr. Lust. So he got fucked. And nobody knows the story because it's like, people only know the stories that Steven opens up. Now, hold on. Am I blaming Steven? Would you blame him?
I want to continue watching. I mean, like,
No, I can't blame him, right? She was going to leave the guy anyway.
And they were okay with the relationship. Doesn't seem like it was going to work if she was so willing to leave him.
If Sneeko fucks Beyonce, and she's married, right?
Yeah.
Is it really Sneeko's fault or is it Beyonce's?
It's Beyonce's fault.
Yeah. So we're not blaming Steven, right?
There you go.
Wait, so what, is Destiny an awful human being, or are we not blaming him? Because those are two very conflicting statements. Okay, those are completely different. I don't even know how to process that fucking information. Like, what a fucking idiot. Holy shit. Either you think he's an awful person for doing this and he's very immoral, or we don't blame him. But I think what your rationale behind this is that, as we all know, you actually genuinely view women as objects. So you probably are more upset with him stealing something from someone because you genuinely see it as theft. You genuinely see it as he took something that belonged to this other person. That would be my guess. But you also have this idea that, you know, men should just fuck every woman they can find and just be like, I don't know, super fucking cringy. But I'm sure that in that regard, you're actually like, you know, high-fiving Steven, right? High-fiving good old Destiny for living up to your immoral standards. I'm confused.
Cool about New Zealand?
What?
I don't ever feel like I'm gonna get shot.
No, we're not gonna get shot for anything. It's gonna be fucking
Like the
sick.
worst case scenario, someone will punch me, but I'll never get actually
All
like,
right,
shot with a
so
gun.
what are we doing? Like, we're sitting down with a table?
Yeah.
Look at Steven's face. So in my theocratic world that I have in my head that I compare this degenerate world to.
Yeah.
He would be picking up the horse's shit as I walked in as like a knight, and I go to the temple of Tate. Where is Tristan and Andrew Tate? I need to gather, right? In any other timeline, this man would be picking up donkey poop. But in this timeline, he's fucking everyone's bitch.
You like him. You like Destiny.
I like him, but he cucked me with one of the internet hates this girl, but I don't want to leak it. Total bitch. But dude, he cucked me so. The first time I've ever been cucked by a nerd was at my first TwitchCon, where she totally forgot I existed. And that's the only one I wanted. And a lot of people said, John, she did that to you because you on an Austin show said, shut up, bitch. But usually they try and win me over, and she was starstruck by Cloud. And then I told Steven the story like a month ago, and he laughed so hard because he remembers. And he's like, don't talk about that. But she's so cute for me, man.
Oh, here it is. There we go. Good job, Zherka. You've actually gotten to the root of this problem. You hear that, Destiny? He's upset with you because you fucking beat... Oh, this big, strong, and masculine man's man got beaten by a nerd. God, you are so fucking cringy. It's actually like, it's genuinely painful to watch some of the fucking shit that you do, Zherka. So, believe it or not, we aren't living in the time of knights and fucking stables. That's not really a thing anymore. We don't sit here and judge people's value, especially men's value, based entirely off of physical capabilities. We don't view that as important as it once was. It's still important, but it's not near the status that you would love for it to be, because that's all you are, is all fake brawn, no brain. That's what this problem is that you're upset because a nerd beat you, because that's not something you can ever compete with Destiny on. You can never fight Destiny intellectually. It's not within your wheelhouse. It's not something you're capable of, big guy. And that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta know your place. It's fine. Don't be so insecure about it. It'll be okay.
Streamer tonight. Just went away.
Yeah, I'm just feeling back. What would Greek god do?
He wouldn't stream at all.
It gets really hard.
No, who's the guy? Poseidon?
Notice on the background, you can see it's medieval. Like there's a castle.
Yeah.
And Steven is the friar taking princess white genetics. He's taking princess pigment out of the castle.
Kind of a W.
I like it. I'm not going to lie.
You respect it.
No, when Steven beats Red Pillars, I get more happy than when Red Pillars beat him. Right? Because he's fighting an uphill battle. He pretty much came into the argument with, hey, cut your dick off. And he won. You know, like he chose the harder position.
White genetics. Princess pigment. You are just so fucking weird, dude. How in the fuck do people like you still exist in the world? It's insane to me. Like, what in the fuck are you even talking about? Trying to draw lines to the fact that where they're at looks medieval and he would just be the friar. Meanwhile, he's taking the princess, like as if because you're a larger dude that works out more or what the fuck ever, that means that you should be entitled to the quote unquote princesses. Like, it's such a fucking just weird ass fucking position. And I genuinely didn't think that there were anybody really like you left, let alone somebody who actually has like a platform behind them that actually think this way. It's fucking gross.
Would Poseidon stream this?
He would probably get arrested by the police.
Yeah, so we're doing better than Poseidon.
Okay.
And I think
See, what's happening here is what men do when they're laughing and behind a girl. They pretend they're in the conversation, but his mind is actually fucking her in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll be talking to my girl's best friend. I'll be like, yo, touching her. I'll be like, yeah, you're fucking best. But really, my cock is like this. And the girl's like, yo, this guy is like, what the fuck is he trying?
counts for something.
So basically, you molest women out in the open in front of, quote unquote, your girl. That is just, wow, so based, bro. So fucking based. I just, honestly, you are the Alpha King. Just all hail and long live the Alpha King, Zherka.
molest women.
No.
I totally agree.
Almost.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's New Zealand, mate. It's not fucking America.
But
See, right now he's simulating her sucking cock, and she
Okay, now you're reading too deep. This is when you schizo tweet and you start turning everything into some. Okay, go ahead.
is liking it. Women,
yeah.
You know why women do that, right?
These
you
are-
know,
I like these
every
people.
time a woman lays her head here, I go, I know what you're doing, and they don't feel exposed. They just smile. Even the shy girls smile, as in like, yeah, I'm simulating.
They do know what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because they smile at you like you're not getting head, but you're at least gonna imagine it so you don't go to another girl. Fucking just suck the dick, bitch. I'm not going nowhere.
You know it's bad when Sneeko has to fucking stop you from saying some stupid fucking wild shit, because Sneeko is not above saying wild shit. But when you are when you're so fucking out there that you have to be censored by Sneeko, you should know you have a problem. Just putting that out there, Zherka. But yeah, that's all that anybody ever thinks about is sex, and that's all anybody ever wants is sex. You fucking weirdo. Like, I don't understand the way that you think. See, like, this is how these super wannabe, and yes, they are wannabe alpha males. No actual alpha male has to talk about how alpha they are. That makes it a facade, right? No actual, like, and I hate using like alpha male, but there's really no better way to describe it, right? So no actual alpha male has to sit there and tell you repeatedly, I'm the alpha, here's why. Let me show you why and how I'm the alpha. Let me show you why and how you should respect me and fear me. Like, I'm the dominant one. Like, nobody fucking does that. You know who, like, how the actual alpha people in this world act? They're calm, collected. They don't have to fucking... They don't have to showboat, all right? They know what they are. They know their capabilities. They know that they can walk in to any room and usually be the biggest dick in the locker room, all right? They don't have to do dick measuring contests like you do, Zherka. They just know, which is exactly why I call you nothing but a little fucking fake. You're nothing but a fake. You want everybody to believe you're this big manly man, that you're so fucking top tier. And I can't tell whether it's genuinely you just want the money from it. You want, you know, that niche audience that will seemingly pay you tons to be the way that you are, or the way you're pretending to be, or you are just that desperate to be this masculine person, that you want to be this manly man so bad that you are willing to look so fucking pathetic in order to do it. I genuinely can't tell, Zherka.
Queensland, they could throw them out. I don't even think you guys hit them well. What?
Oof.
Don't look at me like that.
Ew,
Are you judging me? Get away from me. Listen.
Okay, so she's a child at this point.
Was she like 18, 19?
Well, no, he actually had a time machine. She's 14 here.
Can we please get the boxes first? Because we're going to the van anyway, so shouldn't we retrieve the boxes?
I think before the boxes, we should go through your...
You know why he's still my friend for doing this? Is because when he puts a backpack on, he looks 12. So she's the pedophile at 14 right now. Everything.
And there it is. You sit here and claim to be this man of integrity, this man that takes his friendships very seriously, someone who you don't believe in stabbing someone in the back, especially your friends. You think that you should only be good to your friends and rise them up with you. Meanwhile, you make, and keep in mind, this is literal days after the Fresh and Fit podcast, where you spent 2 hours telling everybody how awful ABBA and Preach are, because they quote-unquote stabbed Fresh and Fit in the back, and because they talked shit about them basically on fucking YouTube, and that made them like snakes and fucking pieces of shit, blah blah blah, right? Meanwhile, you're taking somebody and you're literally calling them a fucking pedophile. You're calling them a fucking child predator, saying that they're fucking hooking up with a 14-year-old, and then you turn it around, call her a predator because he looks like he's 12. Like, it's so fucking weird to me. Like, how do you sit here, even if they're jokes, like, these are not funny jokes, these are fucking like wild shit that fucking, you know, people are gonna take seriously, that you know people are gonna fucking come at people for. Like, you're talking about fucking pedophilia, my guy. That's not something minor, right? That's not something small. That's something fucking serious. And I genuinely can't tell if they're supposed to be jokes. I think he's actually being serious. I think he genuinely thinks that she was like 14 when they hooked up. But hey, I guess you really only have to be a man of integrity when it suits you. And once it doesn't, you can just throw that shit the fuck away. Right, Zherka?
No, I don't have any of that. Listen. Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna be done pretending.
So if you look at Steven's face, he's the only human on earth who can look like, just take the glasses off, right? He looks like the pedophile and the victim at the same time. Oh, like if the police got a 911 call, they would be like, wait, who are you? Do we arrest this one, or do we like put a blanket over? You know?
Excuse me, what? A what call? A 911 call? What the fuck? Like, who the fuck says that? And it's not like you just accidentally said it. Like, I think that's genuinely something you think is like how it's done. Like, that's something you think it's said 911. Like, no, what? So fucking weird. Anyway, there's not a whole lot more to this video. Again, I just wanted one more little highlight of him trash talking his friends, because apparently that's something he can do, because he's just that high level of integrity, right? It only is required when he needs it, and then when it's not, he can throw that shit away. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Bye. It's just, he's such a cringy motherfucker in general. There's gonna be more content about him, actually. I've got another video lined up. I'm still making that one, but this is going to be part 1. Again, there's not a whole lot left to this. There is more live stream. They cover, I think the entirety of the video is like over an hour, maybe just shy of an hour. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that's all they really do. Sneeko, not really. Sneeko doesn't really have a whole lot to say throughout most of this video, but Zherka is just going to continue to make cuck jokes, make beta male jokes, showboat as the fucking alpha like he tries so fucking hard to do, call Destiny more of a pedophile, the usual. He's just going to continue to say these random off the wall things because he's a man of integrity. He takes care of his friends. Don't you forget it. But that's going to do it for me, guys. As always, never forget that the Discord and Twitter are down in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.